before we get this started off, let me give a shout out to my man Jay Wash, aka Coach, and his brand Bless, Humble, Thrive, Design. You know what I'm saying? He does customize anything you want to get your brand started out there. Holla at my homie. And anybody in this group, drop your brand in there. Besides your rap, drop your brand in there. Because not only my motto is support your own, play your own, but also we buy our own. Let's go. I'm gonna get out of that one. It's time to go to hood court. Chris Clay, stage for K. She said Joel was in the right.
I feel like Joel and Crooked, because I heard Crooked's side too, and don't get me wrong, I understand Royce's stance, and I kind of understand Joe, but I don't, because this is why. Joe Buttons has made it very clear that he's retired and he doesn't want to rap. He's made that clear on several occasions. So when Crooked comes to the table, what he did, Pac, they were never signed to a major. They were signed to Shady, to M, in let's call it what it is, a bad deal. They weren't really making money. So they go. Joe decides he doesn't want to do the group anymore. He doesn't like the business of it with Shady, a bunch of stuff going on, whatever. So Joe retires. Pretty much, that ends Slaughterhouse. So all these years, that's 2012. Damn, it seems like it was yesterday. So all this time, I guess several different times it's come up about doing something, and Joe's always said he's done. You know what I mean? Not doing the music. So I guess Crooked was presented with a deal had something to do with a major that had some money behind it, where they can make some money. So he goes to Joel. Joel and him are both in. Goes to Royce. Royce says he's not doing nothing without Joe. Right? Mm-hmm. So Joel calls Joe, talks to Joe, tells him, I feel like it's a solid deal. Joe says he's gonna call Crooked Eye. So when I get off the phone with you, I'm calling Crooked. You know what I mean? Never calls him. I heard Crooked Eye said Joel told me he was going to call me, that Joe was going to call me, and he never did. And he said there have been so many times over the years where he's came to Joe with something, to all of them, and everybody, it was always, Joe didn't want to do it. Joe didn't want to do it.
But Joe was sitting there saying that he had wanted to see what the contract was.
Sir, you're the judge. It's okay. Let him state his case.
But he never even reached out to see what the contract was. So Crooked said, and he knows Joe is saying he wants to see it. He never even checked to see it. And on top of that, he said everybody knows even when we were together before, he was asking for more money. When we did shows, he thought he should have more money. Anytime we did anything, he thought he should have more money. So they was like, they already know that's what it was going to be when he's saying he wants to see the contracts, but he never even reached out to see them. So Crooked and Joel said, well, fuck it, we're going to go make music then. And he said, and they said for years, Joe would tell him, y'all want to go make music, go make music, go make music. They went and made music. They did the deal without them and went and made music.
Is that your case, Rust? Is that his case, Rust?
I rest my case by saying this. I don't feel those two men are in the wrong for wanting to continue. They got fans asking for it. If you go look at the music that they dropped, you know, this is recent stuff. Like, you can tell they have a following. They millions of views in 2 days. You know what I mean? Like, the music is good. It speaks for itself. Them boys are nice. So my thing is, I don't think that they should have been like, oh well, shit, we not doing it. We not gonna ride this wave because Joe and Royce don't want to do it. And you got to think of it like this, Smoke.
I'm thinking
Joel and Crooked, them two, they never had that success. But that gets to my point. They never had the success of a Joe Budden and Royce. Them two have been on a higher plane. So they can afford to sit back for years and do their own thing and go do podcasts and Royce go do his thing and make money.
Notes.
And make money. Them two, their money is the music. Right? We're gonna get to rocking. With or without you, we moving on and we gonna tell the story. And that's what they did.
He rests his case. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury. We're just going to do this one. This is going to be simple. This is going to be very, very simple. Simple. Me, Paco, Christian, we have a show called The Slide Through. Right? Okay? You know what? Paco says he quits. He has a good job. He's done. Okay? Once you quit the show, it's no longer The Slide Through. Okay, if me and Christian come up with something, we can call it something else. But it can't be The Slide Through.
Right.
Because you're not involved.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Forget all the paperwork. Forget all that. How can you call this Slaughterhouse? How can you call this Slaughterhouse? Now they could have called it Jewel and Crook. You know what I'm saying? Okay, the gentleman says these guys depend on music. They've been rapping. It's not like they haven't not came out with projects before this. It's not the Joe or Royce's fault that the fans didn't receive them well. You see, they're doing their own things, and don't act like they started off together. They you know what I'm saying? They did their own separate thing. Now Joe, just like we heard, he never turned it down. He never said no. He never said he wasn't rapping. He never said no. But even at the end of the day, I'm sticking to this. Call yourself something else. You just need those. Why would you just call yourself Slaughterhouse when you just don't have these two gentlemen there? If you're so creative, okay, you just said it yourself. They've been broke up for a while. Jewel has made songs. These guys made songs. Now, if somebody comes with a bag and says, look, hey, Paco, hey, man, or Christian, because Paco ain't doing it no more. We got a bag. We need to slide through. Sir, there's no slide through. Paco's not a part of this anymore. Now, can you give us a bag for me and Christian? Because the other guy, he's not a part of this. So not only are they deceiving the fans, because the fans are thinking that they're getting all 4 of the guys. Name it something else, and then you're also using the logo of which, you know what I'm saying? Name it something else. And at the end of the day, I don't really care if these guys are not successful and Joe's doing something. Y'all need to find your niche. Find your niche. You don't have to, because you don't have to name. My thing is about the name. I'm going to stick here with the name. Call it anything else except Slaughterhouse. I cannot call the show the Slide Through if these gentlemen is not involved. And, hold on. And let me go back and say, if y'all do something on the side, I always have said, hey, y'all do it. And I mean that. Do it. But it ain't
the slide through.
It ain't the slide through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not us. You gotta call it something else.
Right.
It could be something else with Paco and Christian, something else with Paco. However it goes, it's not the nucleus of the 3.
Right.
So you can't call it My Beef is them, calling it Slaughterhouse, and saying that for me as a fan, if I didn't know no better, I'm thinking I'm getting all 4 of them. Say it's Joel Ortiz and Crooked Eye. That's all you gotta do. Why are you calling it a Slaughterhouse? Okay, if y'all couldn't do nothing with it, so you're trying to tell me that as good as fucking rappers y'all are, y'all couldn't do nothing else except this project. Nobody had no money for you, just for you. That's on you.
They did tell him to go do it on our own. Go ahead.
No,
and
do your own thing, not the group.
So they kind of like
your
cut him
own
loose,
thing,
like, hey,
not the group.
Are you? Did they cut him loose from the label at that point in time?
No, they didn't want to do.
They got out there,
sir.
They got out
They didn't want to do business with Shady anymore.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So therefore, it was just Joe didn't want to be on Shady no more. That was just it. So, okay, if you show me something, I don't like it. I don't like the contract. I have a right to say I don't like the contract. Y'all don't just go around and say, well, fuck you, we're still gonna make the slide through anyway.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's the and then on top of that, if we own 25% of the whole shit, how you gonna take the and I ain't getting paid from this?
Oh, right. I want my 25%.
Yeah, and I ain't getting paid from this. They're not getting paid from it. Royce and Joe are not getting paid from it.
Yeah, I see the beef there.
So, and you're using the name. So, sir, no.
Here we go. So, I have something that I want to say to the room.
Go ahead, sir.
So, let me talk, please. I agree with what this man said. But guess what? Joel nor Crooked left the group.
You don't need the group.
Joe left the group. Joe said, I'm retiring. I'm done.
That don't mean he's done with the business.
Wait. He said he was done with the group. There was no business anymore. Listen.
No. They just got off at Shady. They just said it. They just got off.
Listen. So, yeah, they got off of Shady.
They just got off.
They got off of Shady. The deal that came to them was for Slaughterhouse.
Mm-hmm.
So, when Joe never got back to them, they went and asked, will we still get the deal if we do the 3-man?
And Roy said,
yes.
And Roy said,
No.
Roy said,
I'm not doing it without Joe, as he should.
Okay.
As he should.
So listen, they go back to the label again, and the label says, yes, we'll still do it with you too.
Well, how can...
We're supposed to stop making music?
No. You just supposed to name yourself something else. That's all. Just name yourself something else.
But
if they're doing their own thing,
they never left.
I imagine you should.
So wait, I'm not done.
Why did Run DMC break up? Why did Run DMC stop making music? No, sir. Why did Run DMC stop making music? Because Jam Master Jay died.
I didn't interrupt this guy, no.
I didn't have the floor as long as you did. I never wrapped up my case neither. But continue.
Okay. So if you want to reintroduce, I'm gonna end it
You
right here.
understand?
I'm gonna end it right. I'm gonna end mine right here.
See how these
Right.
light-skinned niggas do me? Been abused.
Listen. When Kelly Blanchard left the Four Horsemen,
There's no
did they
room for
change the
her.
name?
No what? We
Four
don't know.
Horsemen. Hey, when them two other girls left Beyonce and Kelly,
No.
did they change the name from Destiny Child?
Because
No.
Beyonce
Listen.
owned the name.
Listen.
And they were fuck girls.
Listen,
You know that.
Listen, when Ice Cube left NWA, did they say we're not calling ourselves NWA
They
no more?
owned the name.
No, they didn't.
They owned the name, though.
Listen,
It's different.
Listen,
It's different.
The contract.
there
Yeah,
was
it's
no name
different.
owned though. There's no name owned.
Yes, there is. They own 4%. They own 25% of each of the shit.
Well,
Crook
don't
owns
make
20
20
Crook owns 25.
Was
Royce
the white
owns.
dude Jerry?
Crook
and
no,
Easy.
no. Easy owns NWA, the name group.
Right.
But it's them four gentlemen. Crook owns 25%. Royce owns 25% of the name. Joe owns 25% of the name. Royce, and Jewels owns 25. You're a quarter. You're a quarter. And you're a
Four-man
quarter.
business.
You're a quarter.
Right, and if
There
one of
is
us
no-
not there,
listen,
So he can't. Hold on.
Whoa.
He can't use that analogy with Beyonce and them because Beyonce and them Beyonce owns the name Destiny's Child. It's different. She had the name and recruited people. They came in as a collective and said, "Look, this is what we're gonna do."
But listen, what we're forgetting. This is what we're forgetting. That ended when they left Shady.
And this is no. And this is
When
also.
they left
and Pop,
Shady.
and this is also.
So
what we're
it was
forgetting.
done.
These gentlemen has been making music. They've been making music, right? Okay, it's not like they just been sitting on the show. Cause you admit that they've been making
The deal
music.
came to
No,
them.
dog.
I'm
Listen.
talking about as far as a business.
Listen, they've been
Now, my
making
whole
music.
thing is
the
that
fact of the matter
Joe-
is, nobody gave a fuck
did
about what
Joe-
they was doing until
Joe
they
left
did
the
this.
group.
Did Joe sell or give up his 25% when
No.
he? But then
No.
he can't just drop out of Shady
There
if
is
it's
no-
three.
There is
if
no
there's 4 men in the
25%.
group.
They got out of
That's
Shady.
what I'm trying
No.
to understand.
They all got out of
So
Shady.
out of shade, but as far
Okay, they all.
It was 25, 25, 25
no,
under Shady.
no, it's not. No, it's not. That's when you're wrong. No, that's when you're wrong. That's when you're wrong. The brand, they brought the brand Slaughterhouse to Shady, so they was already established. When they went to Shady, that was their second album. They had an album independent first, sir. That's what I'm
They
trying to tell you.
They did.
So they was already. So they brought their business to Shady, just like us three. We would bring our business to Spotify. We're all a partnership.
Okay.
So therefore, it's not like some random people Eminem just put together. They was already a group.
Bobby Brown left New Edition. Did they change the name?
Because Maurice Starr owned the fucking
But he
name.
couldn't go. But he couldn't
Listen,
leave.
though.
Maurice
Starr.
Starr. Hey,
Listen.
people, Google
It
Maurice
was
Starr.
His own
done.
name.
It was done.
Google Maurice Starr.
Listen, when they go to the new,
Right, hey,
if that was the case, Paul,
let's do it.
Listen. This tells you right now. If that was the case, Pac, I'm gonna tell you just like this: business.
This guy
Pay
out of
attention in
control.
business wise. If you have 25, 25,
Yes,
25, listen. If that still exists, Pac, I wouldn't be able to put an album under the name Slaughterhouse.
Look,
Business, I wouldn't
and
be
that,
able
and,
to.
yes, that's why they're letting them go.
You couldn't do.
They're letting them go. They're letting them go. That's why he said that album could suck my dick. They're still not stopping them. That's the thing. They're still not stopping them.
Pac, if we were legally binded, if me and you had a
That's
group
the thing.
called Tic
There's-
Tac,
there's
and we
the-
were both legally binded
And
under
that's-
contract,
And that's the thing.
Listen,
They're still not stopping.
then I couldn't use it.
They're still not stopping.
Right? So if we both break up and now neither one of us are legally binded, right?
Okay.
Right?
I'll still play devil's advocate with them. So okay,
But you-
I'll still play
But you're
devil's
saying
advocate
in
with you.
that case, though, you still couldn't use.
No,
I wouldn't be
All right.
able to say it.
No, hey,
I
Mark.
wouldn't be able to put it on the CD, on the record, Slaughterhouse, legally,
See,
if
and the
them
thing
cats
is-
own that.
See,
I
what
wouldn't
it
be
is,
able to.
what it is here's what we're doing here. Our dear brother is talking about paperwork. I'm talking about morals, values, and principles. Okay? The thing is, So what the brother's basically saying that, you know what? Fuck it. It's cutthroat. You know what I'm saying? It's cutthroat. Listen, these guys are not talented enough to come up with another name. They've been making music. And why couldn't it have been Joel and Crooked Eye?
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? They have to use this name to sell records.
That's how the deal came to them. The deal didn't come
And they're supposed to,
They got a
and they're
bigger
supposed to
business.
say, and they're supposed to,
They
and they're supposed to have some
more.
pride, integrity, and say, you know what, the other two gentlemen and a part of this, let's just do something else.
Hey, listen, and them two guys shouldn't be mad at them for doing it, because they already made their money, and them two didn't.
So the fuck what?
So,
Cause they're fucking talented.
happy for them.
No,
They're not talented.
no.
Joel,
Obviously they're not. Obviously the person that wants to give them money.
Go listen to them.
Listen, no.
When you get a chance, pull it up.
The person that wants to give them the money, the person that wants to give
I
them
know you ain't. I'm just saying.
the person that wants to give them the money obviously says that, listen, I need you guys to use the name Slaughterhouse because obviously we together it doesn't hold no weight. So please use the name Slaughterhouse so the fans can at least think that Royce and Joe have something to do with it. Because that's the only how you can sell. Because when you sit your solo shit, crickets. Not to say that you're not fucking good rappers for me, but I'm saying to you by yourselves, fucking crickets. That's all. Use something else.